So, the new Mario Kart game, Mario Kart World, is releasing soon, and I am obsessed with learning new shit about it. I kid you not, I have spent at least 10 hours looking for footage, literally everywhere I could think of finding it. YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, you name it. And I think I have a pretty good amount of knowledge about the game already. So I am here to compile it all into one video for you. Now, keep in mind that 1, I am not perfect, there may be some wrong information in here, and 2, this is all just pre-release thing. Nothing is 100% set in stone yet. Everything is subject to change, and take everything in here with a grain of salt, because everything is basically just speculation still at this point, even though I have some pretty solid proof for most of it. I have linked all the sources that I used down below, and with that said, let's get into the video. We know most of the tracks in this game by name. In fact, we know all but one of them by name. We have Mario Bros. Circuit, Crown City, Whistle Stop Summit, DK Spaceport, Desert Hills, Shy Guy Bazaar, Wario Stadium, Airship Fortress, DK Pass, Starview Peak, Sky High Sundae, Wario Shipyard, Koopa Troopa Beach, Faraway Oasis, Peach Stadium, Peach Beach, Salty Speedway, Dino Dino Jungle, Great Block Ruins, Mario Circuit, Dandelion Depths, Boo Cinema, Acorn Heights, Moo Moo Meadows, Choco Mountain, Toad's Factory, Dry Bones Burnout, Bowser Castle, Rainbow Road, and a track that's based on Japan, but we don't know the name of as of yet. In the trailer, it had a waterfall, and it looks like a shrine, and also it takes place during the fall, so I'm gonna call it Shrine Falls. In addition to all of these tracks, we also have some SNES tracks that are playable but not as actual race tracks. These are more for free roam, I assume. We have Ghost Valley 1, 2, and 3, Choco Island 1 and 2, and possibly Vanilla Lake. This one is the one I'm least sure about, but I think I saw it. Some notes about this track is that Koopa Troopa Beach is not the N64 Koopa Troopa Beach, but instead a mix of Koopa Troopa Beach 1 and 2 from SNES. There is the Mario Circuit, which is a combination of Mario Circuit 1, 2, and 3 from SNES. And then there's Rainbow Road, which isn't visible on the map, but Nintendo of Korea accidentally put it on the map on their site, so we know that it exists. That means that there's only 30 tracks to start off with, which is the least that it's been since Mario Kart DS. At first, I thought there would be 48 tracks, but seeing as there's an open world, I am more than satisfied with 30 tracks. We also know 4 of the likely 8 cups in this game. We know the Mushroom Cup, being Mario Bros. Circuit, Crown City, Whistle Stop Summit, and DK Spaceport. The Flower Cup, which has Desert Hills, Shy Guy Bazaar, Wario Stadium, and Airship Fortress. The Star Cup containing DK Pass, Starview Peak, Sky High Sundae, and Wario Shipyard. And then the Shell Cup that's home to SNES Koopa Troopa Beach 1 and 2, Faraway Oasis, Crown City again, and Peach Stadium. So far, these are the only 4 cups confirmed by Nintendo, but using footage I have linked down below, I have been able to compile the other 4 cups, and I am relatively certain that they're correct. I have been able to construct the Banana Cup, being Peach Beach, Salty Speedway, Dino Dino Jungle, and Great Block Ruins. Now, I don't have footage of the Great Block Ruins, but I have footage of you going from Peach Beach to Salty Speedway, from Salty Speedway to Dino Dino Jungle. And from there, the only logical place to go is Great Block Ruins. So that's what I think the Banana Cup will be. The Lightning Cup I can construct for 3/4 pretty surely, and that is that you go from Moo Moo Meadows to Choco Mountain to Toad's Factory. I haven't been able to find footage of Moo Moo Meadows, so I don't know if that's the first track. And I haven't been able to find footage of a track that goes from Toad's Factory to a different track. So I don't know what is the first track, or if you end on Toad's Factory. But I'll have some theories about the last track of the cup coming up. The Leaf Cup is where it gets interesting, because I found footage that you go from Shrine Falls to Dandelion Depths, and from Dandelion Depths to Boo Cinema. And at first I thought that you go from Boo Cinema to Acorn Heights, which would make sense for a Leaf Cup to have the tree track be in there. but I have found footage of you going from Acorn Heights to SNES Mario Circuit. So, there's two possibilities, I think. Either for some reason Nintendo showed a different mode that you can just choose a track where you can go from to a different track, probably versus mode, and then they just said it's from Acorn Heights to Mario Circuit for some reason, and then in that case Acorn Heights would be the last track of the Leaf Cup, Mario Circuit would be the first track of the Lightning Cup, and then the Special Cup would be Mario Circuit 3 again, Dry Bones Burnout, Bowser Castle, and Rainbow Road. But I doubt that'll happen because there would be a really long drive between Bowser Castle and Rainbow Road because they're halfway across the map. Instead, what I think will happen is that the Leaf Cup just doesn't have Acorn Heights, and that you go from Boo Cinema to Dry Bones Burnout, that the last track of the Lightning Cup is Bowser Castle, and that the Special Cup will be Acorn Heights, Mario Circuit, Peach Stadium, and then Rainbow Road. That would make this the first game since Mario Kart 64 to not have its Bowser Castle be in front of the Rainbow Road, which I would find very fitting because it's a completely different game to all the previous Mario Karts. So, in conclusion, what I think the Leaf, Lightning, and Special Cups will be is Leaf be Shrine Falls, Dandelion Depths, Boo Cinema, and Dry Bones Burnout. The Lightning Cup be Moo Moo Meadows, Choco Mountain, Toad Factory, and Bowser Castle, and then the Special Cup will be Acorn Heights, SNES Mario Circuit, Peach Stadium, and Rainbow Road. Yes, that would mean Peach Stadium would be repeated, but Crown City was repeated before. There's only 30 tracks, so one more track had to be repeated, and Peach Stadium makes the most sense because it goes very high up, and that would be perfect to go from there to Rainbow Road. As I am recording this, I have found footage of you going from Boo Cinema to Dry Bones Burnout and going from Toad's Factory to Bowser Castle. So I think the second and what I already thought was more likely option will be what the cups are. Those were the Grand Prix Cups. As for the Rally Cups, we already know all 8 of them exactly. So let's get into it. The Golden Rally Cup is going from Desert Hills to Acorn Heights via Mario Bros. Circuit, Choco Mountain, Moo Moo Meadows, and Mario Circuit's SNES. The Ice Rally is going from Sky High Sundae to Crown City via Starview Peak, Dandelion Depths, Shrine Falls, and Peach Stadium. The Moon Rally is going from Bowser Castle to Faraway Oasis via Toad's Factory, Moo Moo Meadows, Dandelion Depths, and Shrine Falls. The Spiny Rally is going from Boo Cinema to Wario Shipyard via Starview Peak, DK Pass, Salty Speedway, and Peach Beach. The Cherry Rally is going from Peach Beach to Desert Hills via Dino Dino Jungle, Koopa Troopa Beach, DK Spaceport, and Whistle Stop Summit. The Acorn Rally is going from Toad's Factory to DK Pass via Wario Stadium, Choco Mountain, Peach Stadium, and Shrine Falls. The Cloud Rally is going from Airship Fortress to Great Question Mark Block Ruins via Shy Guy Bazaar, Mario Bros. Circuit, Crown City, and Faraway Races. And finally, the Hard Rally is going from Shy Guy Bazaar to Peach Stadium via Airship Fortress, Dry Bones Burnout, Mario Circuit, and Moo Moo Meadows. I think, however, that there will be an extra Rally Cup. I don't know of what, but I think there will be an extra one that goes from Mario Bros. Circuit to Rainbow Road because that would just seem fitting. One that goes from the very first track to the game to the very last track of the game. I think it would be from Mario Bros. Circuit via Crown City, Faraway Oasis, Koopa Troopa Beach, and Peach Stadium, but I don't know for sure. This is just purely speculation. I have no proof for this, but it would seem very fitting. Next up is the characters. We have a long list of characters, some confirmed to have costumes, some not. The ones that are confirmed in the game and have costumes available are Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, Bowser, Bowser Jr., DK, Koopa Troopa, Toad, Toadette, Pauline, Lakitu, King Boo, Wario, Waluigi, Yoshi, Birdo, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, Baby Daisy, Baby Rosalina, and Shy Guy. The ones that are confirmed without costumes are Dry Bones, Goomba, Nabbit, Moo Moo, Spike, Wiggler, Hammerrow, Fishbone, Penguin, Cataquack, Parabiddybud, Bursting Bee, Sidestepper, Charge and Chuck, Snowman, Conk Door, Cheep Cheep, Swoop, Peepa, Pianta, Dolphin, Pokey, Montimo, Rocky Wrench, Coin Coffer, and Piranha Plant. The ones that don't have confirmed costumes may still get costumes in future, and we don't know if this is it because it leaves some pretty important characters out, like Diddy Kong, King Babam, the Koopalings, and even Funky Kong. We just got him back. I want Funky Kong back again. Maybe they'll get revealed in the direct, maybe they won't. We have no idea yet. I also have stats for all the characters and vehicles that were in the demo. The characters, I didn't make note of them myself. I have this user on Twitter to thank for it. But the vehicles I did try to do myself. And keep in mind, I'm only human. I make mistakes. There can be some faulty stats, but these are the stats that I think I saw in the demo footage that I've seen. There may be hidden stats that we don't know as of now, like the Mini Turbo. In fact, I think it's quite likely that there are hidden stats like Mini Turbo, but we cannot be sure yet. While I'm recording this, Shortcat uploaded a video in which he analyzes and does seem to think to have proof that there is a Mini Turbo stat, because he does seem to have been able to count that Mini Turbos last a various amount depending on the combo. So go check him out after this. The point distribution for this game is weird. What I and probably many other people expected would be first gets 30, second gets 27, third gets 24, fourth gets 22, fifth gets 20, and then it's just steps of 1 every time after. What they decided to do is very strange. First, second, third, and fourth get their usual points, being 15, 12, 10, and 9 respectively, but then fifth doubles up on 9 points. Sixth and seventh will double up on 8 points. 8 and 9 get both 7 points. And then 10 through 12 get 6 points. And then they just, every 3 spots loses 1 point after that, until their 21st. Who also gets 3 points, and then 22nd gets 2 points, 23rd gets 2 points, and then 24th is the only one that gets 1 point. This is a really bad system. They should definitely change it, because now you can gain 10 spots and only gain 3 extra points. That should not be how it is, but it is. It's a very strange decision on Nintendo's part, but I can see why it is done for Grand Prix mode specifically, because then you won't get one bad race and then just be unable to catch back up to the CPUs. But it's still very strange, and I think it really should be changed. Because of this screenshot that I'm showing right now, multi-lab races does seem to be back. Whistle Stop Summit is the 3rd track of its cup, and they're currently on lap 2, already on Whistle Stop Summit, so they have to have started there. So this is just a 3-lap track. This is probably versus mode. This also coincidentally confirms 4-player multiplayer on one screen, which we all knew it was coming back, but there was no confirmation yet. There's also a new driving tech that we don't have a name for yet, so I'm going to call it a mini track, seeing as it's similar to a mini turbo in the way you charge it, and it's a trick but smaller. It's performed by holding drift while going straight, and when it's charged, it seems to have similar sparks, but not the exact same sparks as a mini turbo. When you release, you do a hop and you trick. We don't know if there are multiple levels to this, because there is just not enough footage of that yet, but it does seem to be faster than snaking in this game. And then there's my pre-release predictions. My prediction is that Whistle Stop Summit will be my favorite track. It looks really fun to me, and I like trains. If there's no MT stats, I predict that Mario or King Boo weight class on the W Twin Chopper will be the meta, because they have decent handling, and the W Twin Chopper is the only vehicle that doesn't remove handling and gives you two tiers of speed over the handling instead of 1 tier. Only if there's no MT stat. If there's an MT stat, we have no idea how important it's going to be and how much it's going to impact the races. For competitive format, I think 6v6 will still be the competitive format because of the weird point distribution that they use for 24-player races, which would also follow through to 16-player races. So I think 12-player races is gonna be the competitive meta. But who knows? They may change the point distribution. And that's all I have for today, folks. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe, maybe even. I am really inconsistent with uploads, and I would really appreciate your support. It may even make me upload more, but I cannot guarantee anything. Yeah, that's it. Have a nice day. Goodbye.